Hello, everyone. Welcome to another day, another episode where our VC panel from all over sit on LATOKEN VC TV to discuss trends and issues around the globe. My name is Olatomi Nathaniel Amida, and I am hosting this show out of Lagos, Nigeria. And with me today is Adrian. Adrian, please introduce yourself to the audience. Let them know who you are and a little bit background.
Hi, Nathaniel. Hello, everybody. Very nice to be again here in the VCTV family. By the way, I've met 2 weeks ago Sony Mohanty. We were at AEBC Summit in Dubai, and even we drank a coffee together. So we've
That's
met
great.
after like working together for 1 year in these shows. So it was pretty nice. My name is Edwin Niculescu. I'm a serial entrepreneur and investor. And besides my advisory roles and board membership slots, I'm involved directly with few projects: CloudCoin Consortium. CloudCoin is a post-blockchain digital currency. DAO One, which is a decentralized autonomous organization. Also, I'm involved with SAR Global Ventures, which is a London-based venture capital firm, a mentor in Virgin Startups program in UK, and also I work with Faster Capital, which is a Dubai-based accelerator and incubator for startups. Very happy to be here today. It's not an easy topic about the missing link between blockchain or blockchains and enterprise or enterprises. And I said it's not an easy topic, but a very interesting one. Where's the missing link? What is stopping the adoption? So we can talk about it today.
Yeah.
Even only two of us, we can manage this. It's a complex topic. It's not an easy one, but a very interesting one because it has many ripples in the industry.
Yep, you are very right, Adrian, and I look forward to a very interesting conversation on that. And like Adrian just mentioned, today's topic is what is the missing link between blockchains and enterprises. And Adrian will be discussing that with me, and we might just have guests joining as the show goes on. But thank you for joining us. If you're just joining us now, we are live. Mohammed Faisal is always watching us live from Facebook. Thank you for joining us today. We are live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on LinkedIn. And you can join in any of these sessions easily by just commenting on the box just below the screen. And drop a question or suggestion, and we'll be giving you feedback in real time. So, like Adrian said, what is the missing link between blockchains and enterprises? Yes,
Uh,
while blockchains have seen a surge of development in recent years, it has been unclear what the adoption curve will look like for global enterprises that want to capitalize on this technology without rebuilding their existing systems from scratch. Now, with the help of the blockchain oracles, enterprise and government have a gateway of interacting with the blockchain ecosystem. In other words, it is important to help blockchains talk with existing systems. So, Adrian, you wanted to jump off on something. Would you just go ahead?
yeah, blockchain is a 10 years old technology. And um, before talking about enterprise, before talking about corporations, I will look at the customer habits of the regular people. And if we are looking at blockchain based platforms, even, I don't know, exchanges, DeFi platforms, and all the others, for the regular non-tech people, still they are like foreign languages, very hard to be digested. And there are two elements, because when of course blockchain can be used a lot in business, but the most known use case for or use cases for blockchain are the cryptocurrencies. more or less everybody knows about them. So even here, well, let's say everybody knows about them, and coming back to my initial idea, we are talking about regular people first, just to make an introduction. There are two big issues here stopping the adoption. First is the usability of the platforms, because for the regular people, still they are not easy to be used. And second, the safety of these platforms. If you ask me, this is my personal perception. Most of the top exchanges, blockchain-based exchanges in the crypto world, they seem to be as safe as regular banks for the regular people, for the people holding funds there. Of course, this is not an investment advice. This is what I'm seeing, is my personal perception. When we go to corporations, when we go to enterprise level, and if we want to see like blockchain being, and the connected technologies with blockchain, like radar, for example, which is a post-blockchain technologies, and there are many others. If we look them as some islands, we see that there are so many potentials to build factories on these islands, meaning that there are so many businesses which can use those technologies. But the decision makers from these companies, even if blockchain is a 10 years old technology, they are not ready for that. They don't have the knowledge, or they don't want to take the plunge, or they are so satisfied with how things are right now, so they don't care, they don't want to risk moving stuff to blockchain. This is because with a corporation is like a big ship. If you want to make a turn towards left or towards right, you need to move a big wheel. Maybe a few people need to move that wheel, so it's not very simple. Blockchain and technologies like blockchain can be and will be game changers in many businesses without any connection with the use case of cryptos. I'm just talking about using them in different industries. Like for example, supermarkets or hypermarkets are doing exercises with supply chain. Okay, I'm buying these fruits, and there are recordings on a blockchain from the moment, I don't know, the seed was planted, the fruit was harvested, how it was transported until my box I have in front of me. So this is a very important use case, which still is in the early days of adoption. And I want to transfer here the problem regular people have with blockchain and with blockchain based platforms. They don't understand them very well, you know. So
Okay.
it's the same with the decision makers who are using for years some technologies, some platforms. They don't understand, and they don't want to make the effort to understand them. Usually, in some industries, they make the shift when they are forced to, when a competitor is doing it, when it becomes a danger for them if they are not doing it, you know. So they don't do this in the comfort zone. I would say that COVID, and with all the troubles and opportunities coming from this situation, COVID accelerated the digital transformation, meaning that other companies started to look at how they can make things better, and even look at blockchain. Still, the adoption is very small. So the missing link, I would say that the most important missing link is in the fact that most decision makers, they don't understand what uh, blockchain and the post-blockchain technologies can offer, or how they can help their business, and they don't want to take the plunge because they are too comfortable with what they have right now. So um, the pioneers adopting these technologies will have the first mover advantage, but also will be the ones who will hit the roadblocks. And in at the enterprise level, these roadblocks can cost a lot of money. So such a move, if it's not backed by sufficient resources, can become a failure instead of becoming a success. So I
That's right.
believe that this is the most important problem. That's why, for example, we see, okay, Bank X is doing a fund for Bitcoin, saying that, okay, but anybody can buy Bitcoin on an exchange, an institutional player, a regular people. So why do you need a bank to create a fund so you will put money there to buy Bitcoin, because they are translating Bitcoin or crypto or blockchain to their investors. They are putting in a form so they will understand it and they will be okay with it. It's the same in the enterprise level. It's like with electricity. Uh,
Yes, yes,
we don't know what electricity is and how it works, but we know that if we press that button, the light will be on. Is the same with blockchain. The communication around it is very technical, and people are afraid of things they don't understand. Is the
that's
same
right.
with multi-level marketing. Multi-level marketing is a big industry, but many people say, okay, MLM is a scam from the start because they don't
It's a
understand it.
Ponzi scheme. Yeah,
Exact. Some of them are, but at the core, um, the principle of these industries are okay. It's the same with blockchain, and we need more translators, more translation. So this blockchain thing to become like electricity. Okay, I don't know exactly how it works, but it's it's presented in the market in a certain way that I can plug my CRM, I can plug my email marketing platform, I can plug my ERP to add some layers, to have some APIs, and I have a new something which helps me a lot.
exactly.
But the usability is very simple. Non-tech CEO with a corporate background could do it and could understand what it is, because otherwise you'll be like, okay, we need some nerds, some blockchain guys who will do this for us. But what if they are destroying our systems? If they will crash? No, let's forget about it. It's a perception element. So let's say I don't come from a technical background, and like
Yeah,
1 month ago, I realized that somehow became a geek, uh, because I had to rewire my mind all the time to understand this, to understand that, to think
yeah,
like an 18-year-old guy. And for that person, it's very simple to do this, to do that. For me, it's not very simple because I'm not a native with a mobile phone in my hand. Still, when I was in high school, I had to call my girlfriends from a public phone, and to pass the mother who was answering a normal classical phone, So
yeah, yeah,
I had to rewire everything, and all the time I have to rewire my thinking to understand this. And I believe the the biggest bottleneck is in the perception. The
Okay.
perception is that it's something technical, not easy to be implemented, not cheap to be implemented, and with huge risk. So I'm thinking about 100 times if you want to go there or not. The fear of
Okay.
failure is bigger than the pleasure of the benefits I will get if I will use these technologies. So until the shift will be done, um, that missing link will still be there. It's like
You
of course we are in a social media driven economy. When Elon Musk says something about Bitcoin, Bitcoin goes up down. If Elon, for example, will start preaching on a weekly basis, okay, we are moving, I don't know, the accounting, we are moving on blockchain of Tesla, or we are doing this, we are doing that, people will say, okay, if Elon said that, maybe we have to look into that, because he's a character. And mostly right now, the communication which is done in the market is for the use case of crypto. At the enterprise level, there is some communication, but still there is technical, which for the people who are not technical will pass right here. So will not
yes,
touch your ear, will avoid.
exactly.
And until this will be solved, we will remain with the same, I would say, not missing link. It's a broken link because it's not missing, but it's broken. It's not functional.
You are very
It-
right, Adrian. It's actually broken in the sense that there still needs a lot to be done to bring traditional systems to be integrated with the blockchain, and most of what needs to be done has to be done from the experienced user side. So the blockchain developers, the early adopters, need to do a lot more than they are doing to make blockchain easily adoptable and easily usable by the non-adopters. And in that regard, there's a lot of work to be done. But then earlier on, you mentioned something about the value of blockchain systems and the value of integrating blockchain systems with traditional enterprise systems or government systems. Supply chain is one of those valuable areas. And for the purpose of our audience and this show, what other industries can benefit from the integration of blockchain into the traditional systems, and how can they benefit? Are we talking about agriculture? Are we talking about medicine? Are we talking about voting systems? Are we talking about social security or government systems? Can you explain to the audience to understand better?
I would say a very important use case would be the market, except for blockchain and blockchain related technologies like radar and others. I would say that blockchain can be applied to the industries where the counterfeit level is big. Because you can attach to every product a QR code or a serial number or something which is unique, and everybody could verify the uniqueness of that product and if it's genuine or not. Also, in the market like fashion, where there is a secondary market for many pieces. Let's say you buy a Gucci handbag, and that handbag has a secondary market, after, I don't know, 1 year or 2 years. And when that piece is resold, you need to find a way to verify if it's genuine or not, and blockchain and the related technologies can solve this problem.
That's right.
Agriculture is connected to the supply chain because um, um, uh, how to how to say it better. when a supermarket makes this um, uh,
Yeah.
the recordings
Yes.
between the moment when the plant was seeded until everything was harvested and
Harvested. Yeah.
in store, automatically is connected with agriculture, because the seeds are planted somewhere related to agriculture, right? I'm not a
Yeah.
specialist
Exactly.
in that anyway,
You're very
but
right. You're right.
somehow the outputs on blockchain from agriculture will be seen in shops or with distributors, or even let's say in the bread you will eat. So you will see, okay, the grains in this bread were harvested there,
Exactly.
Also, the auto parts industry, where there are a lot of counterfeits, but not it's not only about counterfeiting, but auto parts could benefit from this.
Yes.
Also, what we are seeing today with NFTs, with artists, the problem is that, and I give this example over and over. I can create an NFT, let's say, with your picture. I could sell it, and you will not get anything from it, because I don't own copyright to the photo of yourself. But I can go to a platform, I can upload it, but I will not own the copyright. Here is a huge playfield, and in the show business, there are a lot of huge companies. So here also, blockchain and the related technologies are not adopted. Just I don't know, they're very small initiatives, but overall, as an industry, is not. So
It's
it
a
should
multi-billion-dollar industry that
correct
artists
when
can benefit
and
from.
it, yes, and here the main problem right now is that um, still the artist make um, the artist makes, I don't know, a small percentage from all the royalties and things. The advantage of decentralized economy is that, and this is a thesis I like very much, it gives the power back to the normal user. In the show business, these systems applied correctly would give more power back to the artist, to the content creator. Now the power is in the hands of the platforms. They make most of the money, and most of the artists, with some exceptions, are very frustrated. Blockchain can solve that. Also, adding NFTs as a new layer will enhance the earning opportunity for the content creator. And of course, the pharmaceutical industry, when I don't know, medical drugs are produced.
Adrian, you are
the,
very
the
right
same.
when it comes to pharmaceutical industries because some time ago in the news, some fake COVID vaccines were found, I think, in somewhere in Asia. And if those vaccines were properly built on the blockchain, whoever was going to receive those vaccines could easily verify on the blockchain if this vaccine was legit or not. And tons of use cases, tons.
The thing is that um, the adoption takes time. You can't avoid that. We are in an era where we want instant gratification. The the preachers of blockchain and DLD technologies, they see a world where everything is built on blockchain. Will happen or will not happen? We don't know exactly that, because still after 10 years, blockchain is not adopted uh, worldwide, right?
That's right.
The same with the fact that after so many years, Bitcoin is not, let's say, the main coin adopted everywhere. It's not very simple to buy a bread with Bitcoin, and Bitcoin has lost. This game will probably remain just a digital asset, highly volatile for now, but um, there are people saying that at the moment you will see Bitcoin chart like that. It will be like a stable coin. For now, we are not in that stage. So it's the same with it is the same with this industry. For example, if Starbucks tomorrow will move everything on blockchain, counting, managing of stocks, like everything, I believe in a very short term, so many other players in the coffee industry will do that. If,
Exactly.
let's say, Elon and Tesla, they will say, okay, instead of playing the Bitcoin game and probably having a team doing transactions when the market is up and down, of course, I don't know about that, but it seems that things are done like that, would say, okay, Tesla is moving everything on blockchain and to start sharing. Okay, we achieved this, we achieved that. He's a big influencer.
Yeah.
When we will see such influencers moving from or doing in parallel from the crypto game to the um, uh, preaching blockchain and other technologies for businesses, for business, because with payments we go towards cardless. With counting, invoicing, we are going towards paperless. So everything becomes digital. You just need your laptop, you open it, you have everything there. You can run the company from anywhere. You don't have the stacks of papers as you had a few years ago. But it's a matter of mindset. Of course, some industries will disappear. The industry is fueling the stacks of papers. So there is resistance. This is one thing. There is still resistance, and it will be. What is important to be some leaders, and even what we are doing now, and you've saluted at the beginning somebody who is watching this VCTV shows. I believe that they are better than an MBA because you can find so many things available, so many ideas, things you can apply. So I believe exercises like that are important to drive adoption, to drive awareness, and we also need some market leaders who can take the plunge, moving stuff to blockchain and the post-blockchain technologies, the DLT technologies actually,
Yeah.
and um, things will improve. It was very interesting. The mention in the title of the show was the missing link between blockchains and enterprises. So it's not about blockchain as a whole. We see many players doing different versions of blockchain. Some of them are faster, some of them are slower, some of them are targeted for certain industries. So we have like um, uh, uh, a huge number of blockchains, which is very good because still the uh, blockchain as an idea has scalability issues. We don't know if blockchain uh, um, uh, is quantum proof. Still, we don't know that because the industry of quantum computers is developing so fast, and I believe this can also be a huge question mark, because if there is a big company moving stuff to blockchain, and it will be found out after, let's say, 1 year, that the blockchain can be cracked through quantum computing, then
All
the
that
leadership
investment
of
was a
that
waste.
company will be so. Let's say this is a question where nobody can give a straight answer. If
Exactly.
blockchain is quantum proof, well, maybe those quantum computers, the powerful computers, maybe they exist. There is certain communication around that. Okay, the quantum computing arrived at this point, but maybe they arrived not at this point. They arrived at that level, but it's not communicated in the market, because many companies will freak out. The crypto market will freak out. Who knows? Maybe the blockchain can be cracked already, but that quantum computer is kept somewhere in a safe, not to demolish the world we know. Um, Still, there is a lot of uncertainty, and until this uncertainty will be solved, we will remain with those broken links, because it's more than one broken link. The link is there, just are not they need to be hooked, and that the broken point need to be sealed somehow, so the connection will be there. But until then, we will remain in the same stage.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Am I audible now?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Hello, can you
Can you
hear
hear
me?
me okay? Yes, I can hear you very well. I'm here. I don't know.
Sorry, I think I've lost the audio for this.
Let me try to get in again.
Hello, Adrian. Okay. Apologize for the break in transmission. The audio is a little bit choppy. Um, okay, yeah. So Adrian is here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your inputs. Thank you for your comments so far, Adrian. So what's as we come to the end of today's show, I need your opinion on this. How long do you see the adoption or the full adoption of or integration of blockchain systems into enterprise systems? And I know that it's a long way coming, but like you said, it's been 10 years of the existence of blockchain. How much longer do we see us getting more adoption and much more familiar with blockchain systems in enterprise systems and government systems?
You see, 2020 was actually the first year of a new decade. So if things will happen, I believe, in the first third of this decade. So until it's 2021, 2022, 2023, something like that. If it will not happen during those 3 years, will not happen, and something else will appear. It's not necessarily my opinion, is a conclusion of the discussions I'm having all the time with people from blockchain, from enterprises, from big companies, from investment funds, and these are the kind of discussions we are having around this topic, which as mentioned, it's not an easy topic. It's a controversial one. It's very important because um, what is happening now with the adoption of blockchain and other industries will shape what will happen over the rest of the decade. What we are doing, for example, I want to say that the current context is allowing small companies from anywhere in the world to become the next big thing. They can start building stuff on blockchain. They can go with that solution to a large company or even to a government, offer them that solution to be translated for non-tech people, and that solution to be adopted. This is one of the reasons, with me being involved in the venture capital world, I'm not saying I'm managing. I'm taking care of a hackathon for crypto, blockchain, and tech startups, which will happen at the uh, beginning of July. The registrations are open until 18th of June. Is a very simple link if you want to share with the audience. The purpose of the hackathon is to find new players in the crypto, fintech, and blockchain space, um, wanting to showcase their solutions. So, to put small bits and pieces which will drive the adoption of blockchain, both in the crypto world and in the business world, because in the business world, it's an untapped territory. It's really untapped territory. The link
Yes,
is
yes,
is is hackathon.dao1.org. I will also put it here if you want to share it with the audience.
yes, please do. I'm
So
sure. I'm sure. If our audience don't see it here, they can easily contact you on LinkedIn to get the information. And thank you, Manik Chandra. You're watching this show from Facebook. We like your audience, and we commend you for watching today's show. Um, Thank you very much, Adrian. You've had a lot to say. There's so much more to cover in the blockchain space. There's much more to expect in the coming years. And in the process of my research for this topic, I found out that one of the major reasons why on-chain systems have not been integrated properly with off-chain systems is the integration of the data. Data are produced in different ways, and this data, until we find this data seamlessly interoperating, and we find these systems easier to use for by many people, we will still have some roadblocks to surmount. Thank you very much, Adrian. And if you want to get in touch with Adrian, Adrian, where can you be contacted? Please share with the audience.
I'm on LinkedIn. That one is my main communication hub. I respond to all messages. So linkedin.com/Edwin Niculescu. That one is the best.
Awesome.
Is the best way to contact me.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much, Adrian, for your time. And thank you for our audience for paying attention to the very end. Thank you for being part of today's show. Until next time, when we come with another interesting topic for us to dissect, thank you for being part of LATOKEN VCTV, and see you next time.